Hello, welcome to Shad Life. I am so stoked. Just saw the announcement yesterday that the trails up in Cuyuna have opened, so I'm going to go up there this weekend. Before I go up there, I wanted to show you a little bit about what my plans are for my property, using a little bird's eye view of it and show you where trails are going to go, where my house is going to go, things like that. So that's next, and expect some more videos from this weekend of me riding up in Cuyuna. Which reminds me, I need to find that bolt for my chesty or get a new chesty or something. I better not forget to figure that out before I leave, or I'm not going to be able to do any chesty footage.
I'm going to use this graphic, which is basically a satellite photo of my property, and these are the property boundaries. I'm actually using Photoshop to do this and draw on here. I don't really have any other tools, and this works pretty good. I probably should find something that I can draw on and do this kind of stuff. But anyway, this works, and I chose the hand because it's easier for you to see. So you see the little hand there, and so that's what I'm going to use as kind of my pointer. I've talked a lot about how my property is triangular shaped, and this is what I mean. So it's basically 74 feet wide at the beginning, which isn't very wide, and then you start going in and it gets wider and wider as you go deeper into here, and it ends up being about 335 feet. So if you take the 306 and the 28, that's roughly 35 feet wide at the back side. I This land right in here is pretty much unusable. So when I was there last time, this was all wet actually. So I don't know when this satellite photo was taken, and it shows the water is only here, but I saw the water here, and maybe that's just springtime, and maybe this will dry out throughout the year. But I consider this pretty much unusable. And then it's a steep kind of hillside right there next to the creek, or bank you can call it, but then it's very short, just a real steep thing, and then from here on up it's kind of sloped down towards the creek. So this is sloped land right here, and I started flagging this in a previous video, which I will link at the end of this video. So this was my starting point, and I basically corridor flagged, meaning I flagged like big trees and stuff, kind of the general corridor, which is what this red line is. And this is just rough guess from my memory of where it's all at. But I know this is the down tree that I'm going to go over. So here's my starting point, and then I'm going to go, and I already cleared this and pin flagged from here all the way to about here. And then, I was planning on building like some kind of jump over the log, things like that. So this is gonna be more like a flow jump trail, berm, some more jumps and flow, berm, jumps and flow all the way to here, and then I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to get back up the hill that's somewhat sustainable. And this is gonna be fall line because it goes downhill towards the creek like that, and if you make trails on fall line, it'll rut out and stuff. So I just have to figure out how I'm gonna work my way back up. Maybe I make a diagonal thing back this way or something. We'll figure that out. So then over here where the cursor is a big large high ground area, and it's got a gradual slope going this way, which is what's kind of what this is it starts, and it's very subtle downhill flow, and that's what's going to be nice about this, very subtle downhill flow, settled out. And that's kind of the idea, is that I'll be able to pump and get some speed without having to pedal. And then this, it's mostly downhill going this direction, but it's very subtle. So that's kind of nice, because what I'll do is I'll probably build, maybe a starter ramp here and go this way, and then build like a big jump, step up type thing with a resi landing or something. I know I've talked about getting an airbag, but I'm thinking I might build something more permanent that I can learn on and things like that. And then over here I can build other features, skills things, skinnies, whatever. I do want to reserve a spot in here somewhere for camping, whether that's over here or over here, so I can have friends come and stay on my property when they go ride the mountain bike trails, things like that. So this area is going to be kind of the fun area to play around with and put things in there. And then these green lines, so basically I put them in there to show that this is kind of the low area, and it's not super low, it's not a wetlands, there's not going to be a lot of issues with it, but it is lower than here and lower than here, and so I probably won't do anything in there, and that's kind of nice because this is where my house is going to be, and I want kind of, you know, a lot of nature around my house because I really like being out in nature, so I don't need to put all my fun playthings right up to the back yard or back house or whatever. I'll have that out here. I'll have, you know, a bunch of trees and growth in here, and then we'll get into, you know, a lot of this is going to have to get cleared out so I can have a driveway. I'm going to probably have like a little patio deck, something out here, you know, I don't know yet, but bike access is going to come out the back here so I can get onto my trails easily. This is going to be a house garage combination, so more on that as I get more into that, building my house, driveway coming in here, things like that. So that is my current plan right now. And what's really cool is the mountain bike trails. If you go up here by where this Photoshop logo is, the new trails are building a whole bunch of new trails in 2021 and 2022. So they said by the summer of 2023 they'll be done. They're going to be right up literally on the other side. There's a road just past my hand here, and then on the other side of that road is the park, and they're going to be building a bunch of mountain bike trails, like many miles. I don't know the total. I know they're building like 27 or so more trail or miles, but I don't know if that's all going in this section or if it's getting spread out throughout the trail system. But that is the plan, and I'm pretty stoked about that because I'll literally be able to ride out from my house, go down this road, hit those trails, and not have to drive and park and all of that. Another nice thing is there is trail access to it. This paved trail through Cuyuna, and the paved trail is around 9 miles long, and it goes all the way to Deerwood. And what's cool is from where my land is, I can ride all the way along that trail, hit all of the main mountain bike trails. It hits all the big units that Cuyuna has on my way, and so and it's much less than 9 miles. The first big section of trail is about 4 miles in on that path, you know, not counting this section that's going to get built here. I'm talking about the sections today, and then the next big one is another mile or so after that, and then, you know, and so on. So super stoked on how easy I'm going to have access to all these different trails. Cool. I really appreciate you supporting my channel. Please like and subscribe.